Let's have a look at the Titleist Pro V1X, and let's see what it does compared to the Callaway Chrome Tour X. Now these are both 2024 versions of the golf ball, so they're both the current up-to-date versions of the ball. I'm going to hit some wedges, I'm going to hit some irons, I'm going to hit some drivers just to see how they level out, how they might differ in performance, to see where it's going to benefit your game the most and to help you choose which ball will suit you. So let's get a few. I've got 60-yard shots here. I should carry this shot about 52, so it'll be just shy of the pin. Now the Pro V1X is a market-leading golf ball, and it's a market-leading golf ball for good reason. Consistency of manufacturing is fantastic, and the Titleist Pro V1 was the first golf ball, I think, to center the core. Maybe not every time, but they were the first ones to think about it. Now let's flip to the Callaway. But Callaway have gone big on the consistency of manufacturing, and they're wasting a lot of golf balls because they're not good enough, they don't cut the mustard. And the reason they do that is so they can get the best golf balls in the box that you buy on the shelf, so they've got more consistency across the board when you buy them at retail. So they have very much upped their game in consistency of manufacturing, attention to detail on minor things that were otherwise overlooked in previous years. So on a smaller set shot, I've got 43 yards, not what I intended, but I just carried on putting the same swing through the ball, so I got something consistent. 43 against 42, and the peak height is 19 against 18, so 1 yard different in the height the ball produces. We've got the same ball speed, we've got higher launch on the Pro V1 and higher spin on the Pro V1. Pro V1X, higher spin on the Pro V1X marginally. Variance about the same, variance tighter with the Pro V1X. Variance in the carry, 3 yards against 3 yards. We're looking pretty similar, we're looking very, very comparable. How does it transfer to the rest of the game? On the short game little pitch shots, we're getting the same stuff. Dispersion ring's pretty tight as well, compared to each other. Let's kick things off with a 7-iron on the Chrome Tour X. Just want to get a feel for what the difference is. That'll do on the green. Just check the mic's connected. Pow! Straight at the pin. Bosh. Ooh, a little push. Nice. Now it's a bit warm in the studio, so I'm just going to pick out the best 3 out of 4. Largely striking that very nicely indeed. Pro V1X. Tiny bit toey if anything. I'll take it. Ripped it. Very comparable swing to the Callaway. Next to the pin. Yep, cool. I'm happy with them. Next to the pin. Well, not next to it. Pin eye. In terms of sound and what gives me an idea of compression, Callaway, Pro V, very similar pitch, very similar feel, quite comparable golf ball. 182 against 181. Callaway peak height 115, Titleist Pro V1 peak height 109. That one shot there, both lower actually to be fair. Different peak height, nice, good to see. And largely like the dispersion ring there, nice and tight, quite close to each other. Very close to each other there, very close to each other there. Just a little bit more spin on the Callaway Chrome Tour X. And a little bit more ball speed as well. So I've got that ball coming off a little bit faster with the Callaway. They do have a difference in their core technology. They've changed that. Callaway every year, they're quite happy to change their technology, bring out a new model of golf ball. The Pro V1X is the Pro V1X, and it will always be the Pro V1X. They make subtle changes. They don't change it completely, apart from that year where they swapped Pro V1 and Pro V1X. I don't know if you knew that, but the Pro V1X is the more spinny ball nowadays. And they've largely done that because more people use the Titleist Pro V1, so they turned it round. So the Pro V1 is the ball that spins less and goes further to make you buy them. So we're starting to see a subtle increase in speed, and we're seeing a little increase in spin and a tiny increase in carry. So Kyle has actually got my driver. So I'm just going to put a demo one together. I was hitting this the other day and it was going nicely. Got Strixon ZX5 LS. I would normally be using the Callaway AI Smoke Triple Diamond, but it's not here. It's on the golf course with Kyle. I've got this. Let's kick things off with the Titleist Pro V1X. Ooh, a little bit of overturn. Let me just get used to this driver, hang on. Bit of curve on it. The shaft is a lot lighter than I'm used to, hang on. There it is. I just need a slightly different feel for this club. But let me bang a few of them. Down the middle, 313, lovely. .314. Oh, you didn't read it. That felt like a good swing. One more Pro V1X. Is it coming back? Ah, it's a push. I'm going to pick the best shots out of the bunch because I want us to see the best shots, ball flight data. It's not the golf ball's fault if I block it and hook it. That'll do nicely though. And another 314. If I have that shot in or out, it barely changes the numbers. Let's see if I can produce the same swings for the Callaway. Oh, that's hit the path and gone further. So it's 324, but it landed on a concrete path. Nicely done. Carried the path. Okay, 318. Oh, that was toe slap. Shall not be including that one. Cool, look at the hook on that. That was a tiny bit thin, but I like it. It's traveling, 313. So the peak height is 99 on the Titleist Pro V1X, 108 on the Callaway Chrome Tour X. So with the 7-iron and the driver, Callaway Chrome Tour X is just that little bit higher. So my striking could play a part in this, but the fastest ball speed was Callaway Chrome Tour X at 167.2. Some missed strikes have brought the average down, but the highest I got with the Pro V1X was 166.7. But the average is higher because I maybe struck it a little bit better. So we've got the white line going up there, the red line just that little bit lower. Red line being the Pro V1X, it's just that slight bit flatter. Slightly more spin on the Pro V1X, slightly more speed on the Pro V1X, but my fastest ball came from the Callaway. I think my striking towards the end was a little bit less, but I still got more out of the golf ball because the spin's in an ideal range. Higher launch, lower spin, generally gives us a little bit more. Spread was a bit more with the Callaway. Swing maybe getting a bit tired, but I'm getting more out of that golf ball, which is quite delightful. I think toe to toe, they're both very, very good golf balls. It's just nice to see the subtle differences that I find here that might transfer to what you do. I am sweaty now. It's hot in the studio without the fan on, but I can't have the fan on because it makes too much noise for the camera. I hope you enjoyed that. Slight difference in ball speed. I think the Callaway on a bigger pool of data will give me faster ball speed because of what I've tested already, because of how many times I've done it. My fastest ball speed came from the Callaway. I had a very consistent average from the Titleist. A little bit subject to my ability and my striking on those shots that I hit there, but it is what it is. Do you think that the Pro V1X is the benchmark golf ball and there's no reason for you to go away from it? Or do you like to try something different? Do you like to go and explore other golf balls and other equipment just to see what else is out there? Or do you just watch YouTube to see what it does? In any case, I will see you on the next video. Jump in the comments if there's anything you'd like to see, because I might be able to do it. I might not, but I'll try my best. See you next time.